Hi guys and welcome to this video. So this is the YouTube challenge. Can YouTube pay my rent and bills? So this is week 2 or update 2. So I basically started at the beginning of August. And so there hasn't been a huge amount of change. I've been quite busy in a few other areas of life, but I managed to publish a few videos last week and I shall be publishing again some today. I have another podcast I should be doing with Cam. So we have the first of Cam's podcast chats built added to the website. So I've got 3 more, well, 2 more I'm working on to be published, and then there's going to be the 4th one will be done today. So that's on there. You can see the view numbers are going up. So last week I did the YouTube challenge, can YouTube pay my rent and bills update 1. So this will be update number 2. And then I think I also published why I'm starting a YouTube channel at 52. So they haven't had a huge amount of views actually. They've only had 9 and 7 views, each. So it's not been a huge amount. Same image. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But so yeah, the chewing the fat with Cam Fats has had 39 views so far. But we can see that some of the videos now are starting to get a few views. We've got 109, 111, 142, and then we're back down to, those are my previous things. So the first one, what we're starting here, is 16. So my first couple of weeks has been interesting. So let's just have a look at the earn for start. So I now have 29 subscribers and I have 365, 14. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? 365. We had 14 qualified watch hours in the last 365 days. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. It'd be nice if we can get something to really kick off big time. So today's video is going up. Should have an interesting title. I don't know how well it'll do, but today's video is this one, which is how I made £250,000 and why I didn't see a penny of it myself. So let's see if that will be interesting. Now, the thing that has happened over the last couple of weeks, the other day I got, we've had a few comments, so we're getting comments from people, which is interesting. People who watch the video, some nice comments, but also, like most things, you get some form of troll comments. And so on this, you will see on this one here, this is one of my first comments that was 2 weeks ago. So this was basically as I started. And so why the YouTube Partner Program is the best way for those wishing to make money online in 2026. What a great time to pause. I'll look like a bit of a thumb. And so my first comment was, Uncle, you'll perform better if you make a video something else. Now, uncle is a term that's obviously used in in parts of the Asian world. And I went to have a look at this guy's website or a YouTube channel. He has, as far as I know, I can't remember. Let me just have a quick look. I found it quite funny. So I was going to have a look at his channel. He has 77 subscribers, but he has 74 videos. But a lot of them were not getting huge amounts of views. And he's focusing a lot on India. And considering how many people there are in India, I believe he's in India himself. When you look at the amount of views that his videos were getting, he wasn't really getting a lot. So for him to come and tell me to choose a better... welcome to this video. So this video I just want to quickly talk about. So for him to come and tell me to choose a better subject or a better topic I thought was quite funny, considering that he wasn't, the amount of videos he's got and the amount of subscribers he had. I mean, if you think of, what did I say? So was it 74 videos and he's only got 77 subscribers. That isn't a huge amount, considering that I'm currently sitting at 29 subscribers, and really, in effect, if I go back to this, you'll see I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new videos on there, and some of these are unlisted, so really it's only the music ones. I had probably about 11 or 12 subscribers when I started, so I think I'm doing quite well in that score. So that's what's been happening on this channel. I've been recording more videos, I'm editing more videos, I'm recording this video. This is going to be an update, so I'm trying to get 1 video a week done, at least possibly 2. I noticed that I'm getting a little bit behind on something and on some things, and I'm struggling to get some of the things done. But also what I'm also been working on is potentially a 3rd YouTube channel. and this is going to be a YouTube channel with a school group for something that I've been working on. I think I showed you in the previous update or previous videos that I have been creating woodworking videos. And so, because I am a woodworker, I've just been out and fetched some more wood today, and I've been making stuff with pallets. And let me just quickly show you, actually. Let me just pause the video and come back. So what happened was, before I started the YouTube challenge, before AI ultimately took away my clients, when I was still working for people, I was given a load of pallet wood. And so I was actually starting a 1,000 from free pallet wood challenge. So I was going to see if I could take this pallet wood and turn it into £1,000. And I started making stuff. So this is something that myself and my good lady worked on. I made a pallet picture, and she painted the boards blue and then painted on it. And it sold. We sold it to the market for 50 quid, and it's on someone's wall now. We've sold a few items. So I started to make some videos of the things that we were doing. So this is another, we've since then had an extra delivery of pallets. So I'm building a website with it. We've got an Etsy store and an eBay store and a Facebook page, Instagram account. I've been making videos. So what started off as a challenge, and because I suddenly lost my clients to AI, it suddenly became something that I was focusing more on. And so if I quickly show you, we'll see, again, more pallets. I've managed to amass a huge amount of pallets, either for free or I think we paid probably 20 quid for this big pile here. And so the make £1,000 or $1,500 out of free pallet wood has evolved into a business. She likes to paint, and so we started to do stuff with pallets, and we have since gone on and sold a few items. So that's sold, that there has sold, that painting, the thing at the back sold, that has sold, and I think that has sold as well. So we've sold a few items, some to family, but we used to have we used to do sort of crafts and art in the past. That sold, that went up to Scotland. And so I decided that this could be something that sold as well. That's one of our early pallet creations. And so I did a video about this, which is in my school group. Again, this is something that'll probably get published to this actually YouTube channel about this, because it's one of those videos. It may get published onto there. So I got playing around with ChatGPT and coming up with an idea for the Pallet Flippers Club. And so I thought about having a school group and creating a series of videos and things that you can make with free pallet wood. So it's Pallet Flippers Club, making stuff from pallet wood for fun and profits. And so me and ChatGPT on Sunday had this, well, I'd say this large conversation. I asked a few questions and he went to work and came up with all these concepts, all these ideas and stuff, which to me, as I said before, I don't use AI to write for me, but I use it to research. This is kind of like pulling stuff for me to sort of consider. And yeah, it went from sort of like a page up to 132 pages of information about building a pallet wood, building an offline online hybrid business, which will be around pallet wood. So we'll be using school, and then it talked about creating videos and using Facebook. So we looked at other ideas. I mean, I'm going to do some videos about some of the YouTube channels that I considered doing at the beginning, and other YouTube channels which I think would do really well. But I did a video recently in my school group, so let me see if I can quickly find that. I'll just bring this over if I can. So I have a school group, and I did a video here which talked about woodworking videos and about how some of these people were making like 25 grand potentially per month from their school group alone, which was to do with the woodworking niche. So let me just quickly open this up. I won't go into it. So again, this video will probably find its way onto YouTube, onto this channel as well, because this channel is about documenting my journey into YouTube. It's also about documenting and looking at other channels that people might find successful. And so these guys here are doing, people are paying, there's got 78 members paying $39 a month. And he has a very, what I would say was a successful YouTube channel. And so here he is. And so these people are using YouTube to create videos, and they're directing them to school. So with the pallet angle, I thought that could be something that I could do as well. So yeah, so I've been looking at that. So that could be the next big thing, possibly on YouTube and school. So that is something I'm working on. So I've got this YouTube channel, as you know, which is here, which is content about me being in my being 52, starting a YouTube channel or YouTube channels and trying to get that monetized so that it pays my rent and living costs. So that is what this YouTube channel is about, and other YouTube channels will be part of that. And so I have a school group as well, which will probably eventually change a lot to do with the video production, the video making and YouTube. So I do have the school group, which is this school group here. So if you want to come looking for it, currently at the moment it's the Freedom Skills Academy, so you can find that. And then obviously I have the other school group, so let me just go and find that quickly, and I'll just drag this over to here. So now this is my Portuguese channel. We've talked about this before, and again each week I'm trying to publish one video on Friday about a specific property in Portugal, and it is going quite slow. So now that YouTube have changed their requirements, so originally it was have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 of watch hours on your content, then you would then become monetized. So that was in a 365 day, which I think was a rolling period. So as it stands, I've been doing this now since December, and so that's about 8 months, and currently I have 91 subscribers and 370 hours of watch time. So that isn't huge, and that isn't going to get me monetized. And by the time February comes, if I haven't got that 4,000 watch hours and that 1,000 subscribers, then I'm going to be subjected to having to get 1,000 subscribers and 8,000 watch hours. So it's going to be a hard task. However, because the content is all around Portugal or about Portugal, when I lived in Portugal, I had a couple of years there, I used a company to help me get the visa. Now, I personally chose to have the visa done for me, or the majority of the work done for me, by a company because they knew what they were doing. I didn't. I could have done it myself. Lots of people did. But I chose to basically do extra work to earn the money to pay them to do the stuff that they don't know. So I chose to carry on doing what I was good at to earn the money to pay them what they're good at. And we met in the middle, and they helped get us the visa. So it was all, they made sure everything was fine. And I preferred that. And some people might think that it was a waste of money, that you could have done it yourself and it wasn't that hard. But for me, I might as well just do a couple of extra hours overtime, write a couple more emails or articles or something like that, earn the money, pay them to do it. I can do this, they can do that, and we met in the middle, and I was happy with that. So I reached out to that company, and I shall get the email over to show you. And so I reached out and told them what I was doing. I said it was early days. Were they still interested? Or will they be interested in doing like an affiliate commission? And they come back saying, "Hi Andy, thank you again for sharing cheap Portugal property with me. I think there is a natural fit between you and what we do, blah 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 blah." And so they said that they were going to offer me a 6 month contract, see what happens, and that they would give me 10% commissions on sort of any fees that come from clients for their services or contract. So basically, if someone was to pay €1,500 in professional fees, I would earn €150 from that. So that's quite encouraging. So from now on, I can probably start to tailor some videos around moving to Portugal, and then try and get some income from that affiliate sort of setup from that company. So I think that's quite exciting in that score. So I have a few ideas. Obviously, this is about Portuguese property. It's about cheap Portuguese property, and it's about sort of renovating that property. But I can do a few things about moving abroad. I have a website. I've got the bones of a report or an ebook about moving to Portugal and sort of moving to Portugal and working in Portugal, that kind of thing. So I do have like an ebook ready to sort of go with it that could go in there, but I also have the newsletter and the website that goes with this. So that's quite exciting. So I might be able to potentially monetize this channel outside of YouTube. But then if I start creating this other content around moving to Portugal, then that might actually start to bring in more viewers and change the dynamics of this channel. So that's quite exciting. So I'm going to bring this video to a close because this is an update. I don't have a huge amount of stuff to report. Like I said, you've seen the subscribers and the watch hour figures on both this channel and this one here. We've talked about school, we've talked about my potential other YouTube channel, but that's obviously, the more you do, the more channels you have, the more work you've got to do, the more you spread yourself thin. So that's always a concern. So I really need to look into this one before I even get too much into it, but I have been doing quite a lot of stuff with pallets, and I've got the pallets there. I've been making the videos. I can make the furniture. This is something I think could be quite powerful, and so I want to really look into that, but I'm not going to dive into it feet first until I've got myself into a situation where I know that I can run everything sort of together, because as I say, if you spread yourself too thin, you can't focus on one thing 100%, and then it starts to suffer and struggle. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. That's the end of this update. There's not much more to say as yet, but we'll keep going on as we keep going on. I'm going to get ready now, so I've got a big chat with Cam today, which will also be on this channel soon. I want to say thanks for watching. If you want to go and join my school group, please do. It's Freedom Skills Academy over on School. If you comment below School, I shall send you the link. If you want to join my newsletter, then just comment below with newsletter. I'll send you the link. Go to my website, andylehman.com. You'll find it there. If you'd like access to my free report, which is about how to basically build a 6-figure a year business with 1,000 true fans, just comment one below and I'll send you a link to that as well. So I might even stick it in the description just for quick and ease, so you don't have to, but we'll see. Right, I'll bring this video to a close. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers and goodbye.